Hello there guys, this is Paul from Slightly Below Average, and today we are going to be getting both the Wolf Ring and the Elite Knight Armor. Now, both of these are really great starting items depending on what kind of build you are going to be running. With the Elite Knight set being really good for more tanky, mid-rolling builds that are going to be using a big weapon and are okay with that mid-roll disadvantage because it is quite heavy armor. That said, it does have decent damage resistance and good poise. With the Wolf Ring being a ring and obviously having little to no weight, and it just gives you 40 free poise, although it does not give you any damage protection along with that. Now, poise, of course, is the number that determines how many attacks, or more accurately, damage you can take before being stun broken or poise broken. With the more poise you have, the more damage that you can take. And now, obviously, both of these are really good, but using them in conjunction is kind of overkill, so I recommend that you pick one depending what kind of build you are going to be running. Now, this is a really simple run, and the only thing that you will need is the Master Key. This is a starting item. You must have the Master Key in order to do this, unless you want to go through most of the early game to get these items in the normal course of events. But if you want to get them early, like I'm going to be showing you, you need to make sure you start with the Master Key. Now, we're just going to run down here from Firelink and head towards the elevator to New Londo Ruins. We're not going to be going into the ruins proper in this guide. We are just going to be passing through. Now, this door up here is open no matter what, so you can go down here without the Master Ring, but you will not be able to go far. So we're going to stand on this elevator and head on down. When we reach down, we're going to be heading to a door, a little tower over here with a door in it. Alright, and that door does require the Master Key to open. So turn, head up here, and open this door. There's going to be a soul right here, the large soul of a nameless soldier, and that you can go ahead and pop for more souls, but I recommend that we do so when we reach our destination. Now, there is a dragon off in the distance there, and he will wake up if you choose to grab any of his items. I do not recommend that you grab them unless you are playing as a faith build, in which case the Astora Straight Sword, which is that shiny closest to him, is a pretty good starting sword for you because of that innate faith scaling. But we are not a faith build, and that is not in this guide, so we are going to be passing him by and instead grabbing the soul of a proud knight. Now, over there you can see off in the distance that big open area. That is where we are going. There is an elevator over there that will take us much closer to our destination. There are also some enemies in between us and it, as you can see. These are drakes. They should not one-shot you, but they do have an attack which can hit you and will do a lot of damage as well as stun you if you do not have any poise. So I recommend that you be careful with your roll timings and go past as fast as possible. This second guy will probably miss. He misses almost every time, so just run past, head up this dirt heap, and into this room here. Now, this elevator should be down. If it is not, just press that button. So get on the elevator and head on up. We're going to be going into Darkroot Basin. There will be a Black Knight there, and this Black Knight can do a lot of damage, so I recommend that you sit at the bonfire that is graciously provided right before him in order to set your spawn point. Now, I am not going to attempt to fight him, and I recommend that you do not either, as this is a mid-game area, and we will not do any damage to him. So instead, just roll past and keep on running. He will chase us for a little bit, but not all the way, and that is what is important. So just keep heading up. There is going to be a crystal lizard, which is a little loot guy. They're bright and shiny, and they run around, and they will disappear if you do not kill them quickly enough. I can hear the Black Knight in the distance, but I don't think he's following us. So head all the way up here. When you see that crystal lizard, make sure to attack him. Kill him quickly. Alright, before he has a chance to respawn. Alright, they do have a lot of damage resistance, so yeah, be aware. I got 2 Twinkling Titanite, which is a rare upgrade material, so make sure to always kill those guys. And just keep on heading up. we're going to reach a door pretty soon, and there will be a couple enemies on the other side that you will need to kill, as they will disrupt the process and prevent you from sitting at a bonfire, which we will need to sit at. So over here is going to be the first one. He will follow you, so just go ahead, give him an attack. If you are playing as anything with a decently sized weapon, you should not have an issue. If you are playing as a sorcerer, you will need to make sure that your spacing is good. I forgot about that lingering hitbox. You'll need to make sure that your spacing is good and that you are not using the dagger. Instead, you are using your spells, because the dagger will not do even close to enough damage. So once you've dispatched those two, go ahead, keep on running. There is a hidden one right here, so we're just going to go ahead and give that a big overhead swing. The second one will aggro, but we're just going to keep focusing down this first one here. And we don't have any poise, so we're going to head off and heal real quick. Just around here. And kill. This guy's almost dead, so. Wow, how much was that? Oh, I didn't check it fast enough. Alright, so with this slow weapon, it can be a little bit tricky, but it is much better than trying to fight them with the dagger, because with the dagger you just won't do any damage. So there is a soul hidden over here. You could kind of see it clipping through the rocks there, so pick that up if you want, and then just keep running straight. There are no more enemies between us and the bonfire, which the bonfire is hidden. You can see there's a garbage truck outside my house, so I will rejoin with you once it is gone. Right here, you can see all of these messages telling us there is a bonfire right here. So we're going to light that and go ahead and sit down. Alright, once we've sat down, we're not going to go into this door. In fact, we cannot even open it. That is a much later area. I will be doing a guide on how to get there early and pick up the Hornet Ring, which is really good. But we're just going to run along this. Do not go back there and pick up that soul. There are a bunch of guys over there, and they will stay active. So every time you run this route, they will go ahead and attack you. So don't pick up that shiny. It's a soul. It's really not worth it. Now, the Elite Knight armor is that right over there. But you can see this guy over there sleeping. So we're going to have to do this quickly. And this is why we sat at the bonfire. So grab this and then run. These big knight guys, they do have an attack which can slow you down. So you want to be quick before you get hit by that, because once you have been hit by that, you will not be able to roll and you will not be able to run. So it's really not going to end up well for you. We might not be able to sit at the bonfire. Nope. Okay, we're going to have to kill this guy first. The rest should not follow us, so this should be quite easy. Just go ahead and hit him a couple times. Very easy. When there's only one, they can't stun you, so very good. Now, sit down and reset those enemies. You want to make sure that they are back in their sleeping position, because we're going to need to do something in which we do not want them bothering us. Of course, you have the option to kill them, but you're not going to do very much damage with your unupgraded weapons at this point. So, over here, there is this tree, and a message graciously telling us to try attacking, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So, you're not going to do very much damage to it, but it won't attack back. It's just an illusion, so just keep hitting it over and over again. I'm going to speed this up for sake of ease. Alright, now that we've destroyed it, we're going to run through. And there's going to be a frog stingray thing over here. Really quite cute, but we're going to mercilessly kill it. Unless we miss. Just give it a couple good thwacks. Not too difficult. Cannot be backstabbed though, so you actually have to fight it, which is a bit disappointing. But go ahead, run down here. We do not need to destroy this tree. It's not actually in the way. I think they moved it in the remaster, so that's great. Just keep running. You're going to wake up a guy, but just ignore it. Head up here. We are running up here. There is going to be another sleeping guy up here, and he will try to attack us. So we're going to want to be quick. The item is going to be within sight, and then we're going to have to do a jump. So run past him, grab this item, turn around and make this jump. There you go. By the way, you press B to jump. So, oh, I forgot. These guys will have woken up. So that is all of the items that we needed. We can actually just run. We're going to run to Andre real quick, and that is where we are going to end our video. So we went and picked up the wolf ring, which once again gives you extra poise at the cost of not, well, at the advantage of not having any weight. However, the con is it does not provide any damage protection. It is just poise, so you will want to be wearing that, I recommend, with some sort of light armor. But you will likely still be able to fast roll and tank a single hit, maybe 2 hits, depending on the weapon. So that is the advantage of that. With the Elite Knight set being an overall good set of armor for the early game at the compromise of you will be mid-rolling. So let's go ahead and show off both of these items. So if I go ahead and equip the Elite Knight here, you can go ahead and see what it looks like. It is Oscar's set that he was wearing. Oscar being the guy in the asylum that you probably talked to. He gave you the Estus. It is also the armor that appears on the poster, so you can go ahead and get that yourself. I believe I will fat roll because I have no points. Do not fat roll. Instead, go ahead and level up your endurance stat, which is what determines what kind of roll you will have versus what kind of equip load you will have. Do not fat roll. You will be killed. So if we go ahead and unequip all of this, alright, and put on our previous fashion, we can now put on the wolf ring. And you will see that little aura there. I do not want to mid-roll. You'll go ahead and see that little aura. And that aura is pretty much telling you that you now have 40 poise. And this can survive pretty much anything except an Ultra Great, with an Ultra Great requiring 48 poise in order to take a hit and not be stunned. So with all of this, you should be pretty good. And if you watch my other guide, the Grass Crest, in combination, all of these things should really help you in the early game. I'm going to be doing another guide tomorrow, helping you learn how to go ahead and get some fire weapons early, which will really help you through the early game, as well as another Firekeeper soul, and possibly Power Within, although I may be saving that for another guide. So if you find these guides helpful at all, please leave a like, subscribe, and give a comment down below if you have any ideas or any other content, concerns, suggestions, things you want to see, whatever. Leave a comment down below, and I will go ahead and respond to them if I can, and if I think the idea is good enough, I will make a video on it. So this has been Paul from Slightly Below Average, and I hope that you have a really, really great day.